It's very difficult to categorize people because every person is different. There are some common problems.
Lost a job, they've lost their home, don't have no place to live, don't want to go to the shelters.
I understand the concern about people, especially when they see panhandlers on the street that seem to be healthy enough to be on the same corner every week or every day, but they should really get to know the people that are out there, because it's not that possible to find jobs. Be very careful with substance abuse, alcohol and drug use. It's one of those things that you can't preach enough about.
Stay away from the drugs and the alcohol. That's mostly it.
Once that problem starts, it's very difficult to get free of it.
On the other hand, you have to see the other group of people, and those are people who they're just like you and I, and unfortunate circumstances have made it so that they just lost their home.
I'm not an alcoholic, I'm not a drug addict. You know, I was really alienated because, I had nowhere to go.
The homeless in America have been described as a forgotten group, as a forgotten part of society. They live in the shadows.
One of the biggest reasons for people being homeless is alienation.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I specialize in foot and ankle care. Our Socks2Soles started all through my kids. My oldest son, Matt, when he was in high school, had volunteered at the hospital, and he saw some guys at the wound center who had foot ulcers. And when he asked the practitioners there how they had gotten them, they told him that these were some homeless people who were walking the streets and had some medical problems as well as some bad shoes and socks. And he got the bright idea that he should go, along with his dad and some volunteers, to a homeless men's shelter where we gave out our first maybe 30 pairs of shoes. Socks2Soles was started by my youngest son, Chris, and he recognized last year when he came to our event that many of the men not only appreciated the shoes, but when they took their current shoes off to get their new pair of shoes, they had socks that were really in disrepair. And so he has the bright idea now that he wants to go and raise money for each man this year to get 2 new pair of socks. I think the beauty of our organization is that it's completely run out of our home. We do it purely on a voluntary basis, and because of that, we literally have no overhead. There is no one who takes a salary. There's no expenses that we use to fly people around. If we have to go meet with someone or make a phone call or mail something, it just comes out of the family budget. And so we have an organization with essentially zero overhead. We get our shoes from a great organization in Nashville, Tennessee, run by Wayne Elsey, called Socks2Soles, and we get our socks from another equally great organization run by a man named Bob Bryan, named Dignity You Wear, out of Jacksonville, Florida. So I think there's a lot of ways that kids can help the homeless.
Being involved in your own community, being involved in your neighborhood and your church communities or your school that then also have programs that are geared toward helping people.
Helping volunteer, get into any kind of an organization that does this kind of work. You'll learn about the vets that come here, the civilian guys that come here, why a lot of these people have come here who have completely lost faith in what was going on.
In Socks2Soles, not only do we provide men with pairs of socks, which is our service project, but Chris has developed this video to try to educate his peers on who the homeless really are so that all the misinformation and all of the stereotypes fade away and people can actually learn who they are, because unless you know who the homeless are, you really can't do anything to help them.
A program like that is really good because it shows our residents that other people care. There are other programs and that people do care about their welfare. But a free pair of shoes, socks, and a free foot exam are really valuable.
Oh, how does it feel? I loved it. That's how it feels. I really loved it. I mean, I was grateful. I was very grateful I got them.
I think the moment that touched me first was probably a year or two into the charity when we put on our first bigger event. And I had seen all the people who were coming off the street who we were helping, and it's the simplest thing. All they have to do is grab a pair of shoes and say, "God bless you." And once they say that, your whole day is made.
The helpless people out there, they need help. They need to know that people care. They can't be out there thinking that they're all on their own. It'll kill them sooner or later.
So it is a very valuable program.